welcome back to the 52-week project. Once again, I have another couple of shoots to share with you from last year's 52-week project that I did. And these particular shoots were from December when I had a lot of different shoots to do. I think I had about 16 in total at the beginning of the month to do, which I did complete in the end, thank God. But as I've said before, the videos are a little bit delayed in still coming out, so they'll be released this month and early next month as well, potentially. So on this particular day of shooting, we had Emma and Mairead, and they were both great models. We had Emma up first, and we just kind of did a very basic natural photo shoot with her. Once again, these shoots were beauty. I was doing a lot of beauty back in December as well. So to start with Emma, we did a very natural look, as I said before, and it was just a very glowy, summery sort of look. I don't have any behind the scenes once again this week. I haven't really got much from December at all, as I said in my last video. Unfortunately, Dan was working a lot of the time and we couldn't get anyone to film, and the makeup artist was quite busy in between shooting. She was doing a lot of makeup looks, so it was just kind of hard to get a lot of behind the scenes on this day. I'm going to jump straight into the video. And we're going to go through Emma's photos first. This is one of the first photos I took of Emma. I don't love the shot. I don't really love the angle that I photographed her at, I think, from this side. I think that I could have been a little bit more creative with my angles in this particular look, but it's not going to be in my top 5. I do think there are better shots overall. This is going to be in my top 5, and I do like something about this shot. I will admit and say that I don't think a lot of these images from this day were my best. Sometimes you just kind of have off days, and I think maybe this was one of those off days for me. I was shooting so much back in December, and although I felt like with certain things I was improving, I was just getting so rushed into a lot of photo shoots that I do feel like I was maybe lagging on a few little points, and maybe this was one of those shoots where I felt like I was. Although I do really like this shot because it's a little bit different, and I think it's nice that Emma's looking down, and I don't always have shots where the model isn't particularly looking straight at the camera. So I really like how this looks, and I like that it's a bit more of a commercial shoot. It's a little bit different, so I really like this shot, and it's going to be in my top 5. This is a really nice shot of Emma too. I like that she's smiling, although I do have a few other shots that I like of her smiling even more. And once again, we're kind of going with that little bit more of a commercial theme for this one, which is great for my portfolio at the moment. I need to have more commercial in my portfolio, so I'm getting more jobs in that sector. And that's definitely something for a lot of fashion photographers to focus on, is more of a commercial portfolio as well. This is one of my favourite shots for the week, and I just really love how Emma's head is positioned in this shot. I like that you can kind of see her hair swept back and her skin's just glowing. I really like this shot. I don't know why, I just really like the fact that she's smiling too, so definitely going to be in my top 5. This is another one in my top 5 this week, and I just think it's so cute of Emma. I think it's really nice that she's smiling. Once again, this is such a good commercial shot for my portfolio because it's showing that I could potentially photograph skincare or makeup or even a little bit of hair care. Not so much in this shot, but I do feel like Emma fits that role so perfectly, and I really like how this shot turned out. So it's going to be in my top 5 this week. And this is another shot in my top 5, and although it's quite similar to the previous shot, I do love Emma's expression in it. I just think it's so nice, and her skin's just so glowing in it. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. And this is actually my last shot in my top 5. And at first I didn't like this shot as much, but I think I've just come to like it and appreciate it as I've been editing it, and I really love how the makeup looks in this shot, and I think it's definitely more of a beauty shot, and that's why I've picked it for this week. The rest of the photos I feel like maybe aren't as strong. I like them, but they're definitely not my favourites, but this one will be in my top 5. And these ones are my last 3 for the week. So there's this one, and then there's this one, and this is the final shot. And although I do like these shots, there's something about them that I just don't love, so that's basically the reason why I'm not putting them in my top 5 this week. Although I do really like how everything turned out, and I just think the makeup artist, once again, Stella, is just so perfect with natural glowing makeup as well. And it really comes across in beauty photographs in particular. So really happy with how this shoot went. And now we're going to get straight on to Mairead's shoot, which was the following shoot we did that day. So going into Mairead's shoot, I'm going to go through the photos of which ones I didn't like and which ones I liked a lot better. So the first few shots here are from the first look of the day with Mairead, and I like the shots, although I think I was still in my little warm-up phase with this particular shoot, and I don't feel like it was my favourite look of the day. I think we just really progressed with the makeup looks as well, and I just loved them even more. I think they're good photos, but I don't think they're anything spectacular, and that's definitely on me. I think I could have created a little bit more interest there. With these ones though, this is the next look we did with Mairead, and I really like how this particular photo turns out. This one's not going to be in my top 5 though, because it was mainly more for the agency to show off Mairead's features. However, the following photo, this one here, is going to be in my top 5. And there's just something really serene that I love about this shot. It's a little bit more creative, and I like that she's holding the flower. I just like how all the colouring works in this shot as well, so it's definitely going to be in my top 5. This photo is kind of similar to the last one, although I don't love it. I do like Mairead's expression and her pose, although I just feel like there's something missing from the shot. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's not my favourite for the week, unfortunately. This shot's another one that's going to be in my top 5, and I think Mairead just looks beautiful in it. Her hair is stunning, and I really like just even the composition of it is really different for me. It's not something that I would always do. It's a little bit more posed, but I kind of like it. So definitely one of my favourites for the week, and definitely in my top 5. This photo is really lovely too, although it's not going to be my top 5 because I actually prefer the following image for my top 5. But I do like how Mairead looks in this shot. She looks beautiful. And this is the photo that I'm going to have in my top 5. I just really like that it's a different pose, and that she's got a different expression on her face, and she almost looks a little bit bored, which I kind of like. And it's, yeah, I just really like the retouching on it as well. I think I did a pretty good job there. I think this was one of my favourite looks with Mairead. It was just beautiful, and her hair was stunning, so definitely going to be in my top 5. This photo is nice as well. I don't love it as much. I don't love Mairead's expression as much in this shot. But the following photo is going to be in my top 5, this one here, and I think everything was just really good in this shot. And Stella was on the ground, the makeup artist, and she had all these different pieces of paper trying to make wind with them so her hair would blow, and I think it really worked in the end because it really looks like a cool shot, I feel, and definitely going in my portfolio. This was another one where we were trying to create a little bit of wind, and I think it really worked in the end. It looks kind of like a Pantene ad almost, but somehow it's still not my favourite shot. I prefer the last shot over this one. I think I still need to get a little bit more used to photographing landscape. I don't do a lot of photographing landscape anymore, so I just need to get back into that, I think. And this is a little bit more of a close-up shot for Mairead's makeup. I actually think I went a little bit too far in retouching this one. I think she's just bordering on looking like a bit of a doll, and that's definitely on me. So I would have probably edited this one a little bit less, looking back in hindsight. So it's not going to be in my top 5. This photo is of the last look we did with Mairead, and I actually really love the eye makeup for this. Stella did such a fantastic job on this last look, and I really like how it stands out in this image, although it's not my favourite shot, so it's not going to be in my top 5 for the week. This photo is going to be in my top 5 though, and I like that it's a little bit different. I love that it's just so much hair going on in the shot as well, and I really like it. I don't know what it is about this shot, but I just feel like things come together in it for me, so it is going to be in my top 5 this week. And then this is the last shot of the week, and it's not going to be in my top 5. I do like it, but I think Mairead's expression could have been a lot different in this shot, and I could have directed her a little bit better with this. But yeah, overall, I just thought we got such variety throughout the day, especially with the looks on Mairead, and she was just like a chameleon. She just wore every look so well, and I really loved shooting both girls on the day. Actually, it was just such a really good day of shooting. I think I was getting so tired by that point because I'd already done so many shoots for December at that level. But I feel like there's just so much I'm going to have for my portfolio out of December alone. Like, I really can't recommend enough doing a 52-week project, or doing just a challenge even in a month for yourself to do like 15 shoots, because as hectic as it is, as stressed as you get, and as much as you really don't have a lot of time to plan or to maybe get the shots that you want, you're just constantly doing things and constantly making things happen. And sometimes that's a good thing to get you kicked into gear for the next year or the new year, and really get yourself going. So I feel like even though I was so stressed last month and it was just such a crazy time, I'm really happy that I finished the 52-week project. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please let me know what you want to see on my channel this year. I have said in the past that a lot of people have been messaging me about beauty tutorials and things like that. So I definitely want to do more of a series based around that. I think that would be really good for you guys. But if there's anything else, please let me know down in the comment section below. And I will see you next time. Bye!